Hi guys, it's Mr. Pollock Biology here. This is the first video in a mini-series about the 25-mark beast at the end of your Unit 5 paper, the Synoptic essay. Here are my 6 top tips for essay success. Number 1, you're going to be given 2 essay titles to choose from and you should plan both of them. There's a couple of reasons for this. The first being that you might think that you feel really confident about a topic that you've studied recently. But when you come to plan it, you realise you only know 1 or 2 areas in sufficient detail to write a good essay about, leaving a lot of umming and ahhing at the end of the exam. A broader essay title like this proteins one allows you opportunity to pull lots of little topics together and show you've got a wide variety of understanding of the topic. Don't forget as well, when you plan an essay, this allows you the opportunity to gain marks even if you don't get to write about everything in your plan. The examiner will look at this and award marks accordingly. Also, don't forget to check through the rest of the exam paper because there might be topics on there that you can use. Top tip number 2, identify which units the topic comes from, or each topic, sorry. The reason for this is the examiner has 3 marks to award you for the breadth of your essay. And seeing as each of the units that you study are broken down by general themes, the first one being disease, the second one being variety and variation, the fourth one being energy and ecosystems, the fifth one being control, this is a pretty good way to identify that you're getting a lot of variety in the breadth of the topics that you're writing about. Top tip number 3, keep your introduction short and crucially keep it scientific. Year after year after year, I get introductions written like this. In this essay, I'm going to talk about proteins and why they are important. There are many proteins and they're all very useful. Animals and plants all use proteins for different things, and in this essay, I will tell you about all of these. It's waffle. You've reworded the question and tried to find some other little bits that vaguely relate to biology to include. A better introduction, a more scientific introduction, should read something like this. Proteins are biological molecules comprised of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Proteins, or polypeptides, are synthesized from amino acids by ribosomes and fulfill a variety of roles in living organisms. It's got good biological knowledge, it's got an introduction to the sort of content you're going to include, and it's demonstrating you understand the fundamentals from Unit 1 about polypeptides. Top tip number 4, know when you've written enough. The worst thing that can possibly happen is you resort to something like this. Sometimes people eat protein. My favourite protein is bacon. Bacon comes from pigs, which are animals. Animals are important in biology because blah. This is waffle. We don't need waffle in the essay. It's unscientific and there is the potential that it can lose you marks. So, crucially, know when to stop. You want to be spending between 40 and 50 minutes probably on the essay. 40 is probably about right. And that's enough time to get a good deal of detail, plan it, double check it for any errors, and that's about it. So try not to fall into the trap of just writing and writing and writing. Top tip number 5 is sort of almost a contradiction to top tip number 4, but you should never ever write a conclusion. The reason being is this puts a finishing touch to your essay that's usually rubbish. In conclusion, proteins are very important and they have many functions in the body. Well, that tells me absolutely nothing. And also it rounds off your essay, which means that you can't go back and add little bits of extra detail. So no conclusions, please. And finally, top tip number 6, always double check your spelling, punctuation and grammar. The examiner has 3 marks to award for any little mistakes, or rather 3 marks to take away for any little mistakes. Maximum of 3 means a perfect essay, grammatically, spelling-wise, and with all punctuation correct. So if you've made little mistakes like spelling, especially scientific words, wrong, you want to go back and fix those. And there we go. Those are my 6 top tips. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Up next, I'm going to show you exactly how the Unit 5 essay is marked, how all of those 25 marks break down into 4 neat little sections. So please feel free to watch that video. It'll be uploaded soon. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.